iArmor side steps for the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. Are they any good? Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and wanted to take a look at the iArmor side steps that Randall and I put on the Jeep Gladiator a couple months ago or something like that, and whether they're any good, how they're holding up, and if he still likes them. So, first of all, what they are, again, they are made by iArmor, and they are a little bit different than what I have on mine. I have the n-FABs. It's Krista running from wasps. But they do look a little bit different, and the application is a little bit different. There's a little bit more hardware, some more putting together of brackets and things, I'd say, than what we had to do with the ones that I have out there. But they do look pretty darn sharp, I think. And Randall, like I said, has had them on here now for about 2 or 3 months, something like that. So let's ask Randall, what do you think of them?
They do everything I wanted them to do. They're very rigid. Like you said, they're different because this step is not attached to the part that holds it on. I mean, it's screwed to it, but it wasn't welded to it. Right. So that was the assembly. There's 14 screws on each of them, holding them all on. But as far as wife loves the thing because you can just step right in. Mm-hmm. She's got longer legs than I do. It's not a real long step for her to get in. My little 28-inch inseam needs a step to get into this puppy. They work great. They're extremely rigid feeling. You don't feel like there's any give in them. It's very secure when you go in. I like them.
Awesome. And I think the finish so far, you've had them on there, I don't see any nicks or dings or anything crazy like that, any paint chippage, anything like that.
Miles on them, so nothing's happened to them so far.
Awesome. The install, as I mentioned, there's more things to put together, stuff like that. It probably took us, I don't know if you recall, maybe 3 hours to do, whereas those were probably about an hour, hour and a half with me taking my time alone and filming. So, but
it was probably an hour and a half, 2 hours screwing these 4 pieces to the bar. I mean, that was some assembly required was the trick on this one.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as far as cost on these, do you remember what they went for?
$200.
About 200 bucks. So in line, if I recall, as to what those went with. Now, the one bonus I think on these, because I have a big pet peeve on those, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Out here on the edges, or the ends rather, we have these plastic caps. And when I got mine, I actually had to get replacements because these were pounded in too far and the metal was actually cutting through the plastic. I don't like either that these can come out. And if they do, now you just have an open hole. And they have them on both the rear and the front. And if you notice on Randall's, the iArmors, we don't have anything like that. Just solid pieces of steel.
The downside to this one is this piece right here.
Ah, for clearance.
I mean, if I was an actual heavy-duty off-roader, well, if I was an actual heavy-duty off-roader, I wouldn't have steps. But
yeah, right.
If I was, that piece hanging down an inch, inch and a half would be a problem.
Right.
This thing, I'm going to do a little bit of light off-roading, but nothing heavy, and it's not going to be an issue.
Awesome. The one other thing I want to point out on these, I just recalled, the pinch weld on the side, these actually sit down below, and you can see it. On mine come up higher, and looking at an angle like this, for example, it's hidden. You really can't see it at all. So there's the difference, if that matters. I don't know that it's a big deal. To be honest, between the two, I really do like both.
Okay, and on a dark truck, that pinch weld doesn't show with the black steps. If this was an ice cream white truck, yeah, you'd be going, oh my gosh, that's horrible. Right. So the color helps with this one as far as camouflaging that. Right.
All right, so that's just a quick look, a little update on the iArmor side steps for the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. If you have these, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Or what do you think of the n-FABs if you went with those? I'd be curious to know. Also, I have 2 other channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, sitting right back there. And Rob Motive Civic, all about my adventures with the Honda Civic Sport and the Honda Civic Type R. Do me a favor, check them out. If you like them, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.